Good morning. After my technical problems of last night, things seem to be working pretty good right now. The little girls are napping. The boys are cleaning up any grain that their moms might have missed. Everybody's been fed and watered, and they are all happy little goats. I think. It's hard to tell sometimes. But they've been good little goats. And I was just having a problem. My SD card filled up on my phone and nothing wanted to work. So I couldn't save anything. And even after I cleared a bunch of old things off the phone, it still wouldn't record. So it seems like it's working today. And hopefully everything else will go well. I actually can't wait for the new camera to get here. Give that a try. Even if I have to get an adapter for the memory card to run on my laptop, it would still be great. Still no babies from Rhoda. I was kind of surprised. I came in yesterday, and the reason I was so disappointed that I had problems was that I had a really cute situation where the little girls had snuck out between the divider and the gate, and were standing on top of the hay platform that I feed from, where I store my hay up here, and they're standing there looking at me like, haha, we're right here. They didn't get out with Molly and her boys. So they thought that was pretty great. And they were absolute pills. Jasmine I caught right away and got her back in with her mom. And she went over and ate, took a few quick squirts of milk, and then she laid down and went to sleep. And Jenna had to run around. She had to get into the pen with Mr. Minty and the other girls, and Indy helped me. She wanted to smell Jasmine and Jenna, and Jenna didn't want anything part of it. So she finally chased her back out of the pen through the little space between the gate and the divider. And I got her back in with her mom, and then I tightened things up so they can't get out that way. But we're going to be replacing the gates that I like this with a setup like this. Similar. Not sure if you guys can see it all. It's actually a dog kennel gate that we've hooked into. I'll get Sam to build those. And hopefully things will work out well for that. We kind of improvised. This particular pen didn't fit with the gates, wouldn't work with the overhead door railing and things. So it worked out well, though. And Sam's done a terrific job of working those in. And I had a spare one because I use them pretty much anywhere I want to keep little goats out that I can work with. And you can go in and out pretty easy. Sam was a little worried about cleaning pens, but I can clean pens out the Dutch doors, or even through that. I just need to move the girls around a little bit. But I think it's better to be able to do that and keep them secure. And I can always pin the door back if I need to and make it an open layout so that they can get out into the alleyway if I use these gates to make pens out into the alley if I need. At this point, we don't need. But yeah, kick myself. That would have been such a good video. And I thought it was going well. I had to pause to grab Jenna to move, and then everything shut down. And that particular piece of video didn't get saved. A little chunk here and there did, but it wasn't what I wanted, and it was after I had everybody back together, and I was finally, it's not going to work out right. And It's going to take me a long time to edit it and edit the clips together. So once I get the new camera, I'm going to work on getting better editing equipment or better editing software as well. I have a pretty good one, but it's cumbersome, and I'm thinking we can still streamline it. But that's not goat issues, that's my issue. Yeah, the little goats are so fun. Let's see, Jitterbug's little man up here. Is he out? Where's your... Where is he? Yeah, I don't know if you can see down in there, but there is a little goat down at the end of that well. He crawls in there and curls up and snoozes. But I saw him up earlier. He was still wagging his tail. Happy to see his mom. And these little girls and boys are busy eating hay. They're always busy. They're the busy, busy, busy little goats. Miss Susie and Jitterbug and Rhoda. Rhoda, you're wearing most of that hay, I think. Yeah, I don't doubt it itches. It's always amazed me how goats figure out the best ways to get scratches. If they've got horns, they use their horns, or they use their feet, or whatever. And Miss Rhoda's coming to see me and say hi. Are you a good girl today? Yeah, I think you're a good girl every day. Yeah, I won't show you peeing. Nobody needs to see you pee. Yeah, I know you do. Every time you see me. I think that's one of the more hilarious things. These little goats, they love to... These girls, they see me coming and they got to squat and pee almost immediately. And almost every one of them does. At least at one time or another. Yeah, you're going to fog up my lens, Rhoda. She's blowing hot breath on my hand I'm holding the camera with. Yeah. Oh. I don't know how anybody can be mad at these little girls. Although they sometimes get into trouble, you just got to love them. And, Rhoda's giving me hugs right now. I'm scratching underneath her head, and she is pushing on me so hard. I swear she's going to choke herself. I have to watch out for that, too, because sometimes then they start coughing because they've cut their wind off because they've been pushing at me so hard. But I don't mind. I don't mind. I love you guys. Yes, I do. I've always loved Rhoda. Yeah, she's the best benevolent queen I know. Yes. When are you going to let those babies out? I thought you would have had babies by now. It's all safe here. The weather's actually nice, so you could have babies and we can make sure that you keep them. Yeah. You're a good girl, Rhoda. Yeah. Yeah. Miss Rhoda said, I want to go eat, but I love you. Yeah, I know you love me. You're my friend. You are my little friend all the time, every day. You always are looking for me to love you up and talk with you. Don't get your horn stuck in there. Not that I don't think you could. But she's looking pretty good. Her bag is pretty full. But it doesn't look like she's really bloomed. She milked pretty good last year. Last time she had babies. Pretty much these are the only 4 babies I had from last year that made it. All the girls came in January, and it was 20 below most of the time. And I lost all of them except for these and Lola. I almost lost Lola. Miss Lola I had to put in a plastic bag and float in hot water to get her temperature up. She was just about froze out, but she came around. I actually had her sit under my work area so I could watch her while I worked last year. And she was a pretty sweet little girl that way, and then she always wanted to come back. She thought that was great. She had a room to herself and all sorts of things to climb on. She had my 100% attention, and I think she would have stayed with me all the time. She did anyway. And she has. Right, Lola? Lola's been such a sweet girl. Yeah, you're my little love sponge, aren't you? Yeah. So, well, I'm going to have to get pictures sometime with the horses and the dogs. You know, we have 2 dogs. They're both mixes, probably pit bull mixes for all I know. But we got Bob, which I just love. He's a Bob. He's always been Bob. I saw him. They had a different name for him in the shelter, but he was a Bob. We talked when we were riding home. I sat in the back seat with him, and he was a Bob. He talked to me the whole time, curled up at my feet. He was upset. He was crying. He was a young boy. He was only 10 months old when we got him. And then we just got another rescue from Coulee Region Humane Society. And his name is Rourke. And I'm not sure about Rourke, but Rourke is, I think we're going to keep his Rourke. He's got to go for some obedience training because he doesn't learn or listen or do anything. And he's a jumping, squirming mess. Actually, from looking the way that his joints... Are you talking to those little girls, Gracie? Yeah, you tell them. Tell them it's time for breakfast. Well, anyway, Rourke looks... They said he was a pit bull, which is totally fine, but the way his joints connect and everything, he looks like a pit bull bulldog cross. And I might get a genetic test on him. Bob is a pointer cross, not a German short hair, kind of like a hunting pointer cross. And I gotta say that he's probably got pit bull in him too. But he's a sweet man. He's about 6 now, and Rourke is just probably 11 months. We just got him switched over to adult food, and they're both about the same weight, even though Rourke is smaller. He must be super dense and muscly. But he just about levitates. You get him out there, and he jumps up easily up to my shoulders, and I'm like 5'10". So, yeah. He's a crazy man, and you sit there and pet him, and he's got to go crazy for a few minutes, but then he snuggles in and snuggles with you, and you just can't beat having little dog snuggles, unless it's little goat snuggles. Oh gosh, the little girls are up and scratching. Got to get their morning itches. That's so typical for little goats. So everybody's got water, everybody's got hay, everybody's got had some grain that's supposed to get grain. It's mostly the moms and the mom to be up here. And I think everybody's doing pretty good. So if you like this video, if you like my little vlogs of what's going on with the goats and everything else here, just like this video and subscribe. Leave a comment. I'm always looking for baby names, but I just heard a really cool one I thought would be just a beautiful name for a goat was Anissa. So that might end up being one of the goat names coming up. Little girl. And I know that there's one little boy that you haven't seen, and that's Marta's little boy. And I just had him up to the vet when I had these girls up there. And he got disbutted, and the girls just loved him. Said he was so soft and pretty. He's a light brown caramel color. They said, can you call him Caramel? And I said, how about Carmelo? So he is Carmelo. I think that's a good name for him. And I can't argue with the vet techs or the vet, because they seem to know what they're doing. And the little goats love them. So anyway, you guys, I'll probably post something else this afternoon if I see anything fun with them. Otherwise, I'll just take some pictures of the babies and post those. So, or a short video of the babies, like I'm doing right now. Almost all of this video is babies. So, all right, you guys take care. I'll talk with you later.